Hey there guys, my name is Josh Green.
I'm Jonathan.
And we're going to be answering some of your questions today. Favorite music artist and song? My favorite artist would be Dominic Fike. I have a lot of favorite songs, honestly, but I would say favorite song by him, I would say Why right now. It's probably, or Superstar, and then an expletive.
For me, probably Bruno Mars or Picture This is an Irish band. I listen to those a lot. Favorite song is Treasure by Bruno Mars. I just love it. Absolutely love it. So that's an easy one for me.
Fair. Go mainstream.
Huh? What's your favorite food? Mine is pizza. I will eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I could. But I wouldn't fit in the car. So
Not race car driver.
No. But it's good though.
So that is cute. I feel like whenever I go out to dinner, I got made fun of a lot last year for eating salmon every night whenever I went out to dinner at a racetrack. I do like salmon, and it's a really good like pre-race meal or like night meal. Pasta with clam sauce, or linguine with clam sauce, white clam sauce ended up being my favorite food for a while.
Pizza.
What age did you get into car racing and how? I got into car racing in 2015. I was 12. My mom signed me up for a summer camp. It was an indoor go-kart track called Grand Prix New York. I later went on to work there. But even in kindergarten, like I had a picture of me that said, "What job do you want when you grow up?" And I said I wanted to be a race car driver, as any 3-year-old or 4-year-old would say, or an astronaut. So, yeah, and that was really how it all got started.
I started when I was 8, so really young. Karted for 8 years, up until about 16, 17, did the World Finals and called it quits there. Did some car racing then, up to Formula Fords, then British F3 and now Indy Pro. So yeah, it's been my whole life pretty much. So yeah, I just love it. What's the fastest speed you ever drove? For me, it's probably about 155 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour. Did that in a British F3 at Silverstone, heading into Stowe. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that's me.
With Team USA, we did a Super Trofeo test at the end of 2019, or beginning of 2020, I'm not sure exactly when, but we were doing around high 170s, about 180 I think, on push laps around Buttonwillow Raceway Park out in California. So it's a really cool circuit, that. Trying to kill the camera now. Favorite racetrack you've raced on, and when you haven't raced on but want to. We're both going to say Oulton Park.
Oulton Park is the greatest track in existence.
Yeah, it is insane. Even driving it just in a Formula Ford, I feel like in something quicker with wings, it would be insane. But drove it in a Formula Ford in the dry and the wet. It was my first experience racing in Europe in race cars, and it was awesome. It is so cool.
Yeah, did it. I was lucky enough to do it in a high downforce car, and like the commitment you need for some of the corners is crazy. Like you go off and the wall is right, like staring at you the whole way around. So I just love that one. So that's an easy one for me. The track I'd love to race at would be Spa, or we'll stick with Spa. I'd love to go through a Rouge, to be honest, just once.
I've always loved street circuits. I mean, obviously St. Pete was a good one for me this year, but I'm gonna say Macau. Macau, Monaco, and Pau street circuits are all ones that I'd want to hit, but I'm gonna say Macau overall is probably number one that I want to race at some point in my lifetime.
Let's go. Do you prefer UK or US racing and why? What's some of the biggest differences? To be honest, on track, there's no difference really. The thing I love about the UK is the standing starts. I just think they add a bit more character and a bit more talent to it. It's more like you have to practice how to get those good, and I don't know, build a bit more anticipation in the race for the fans and stuff. But the rolling starts are cool, and you get like 20 cars into turn 1 really quick, so I can see why it's exciting. Differences in UK, there's no real rules of racing. You can kind of just smack people off if you want to. Here, it's a bit more aggressive, and you need to be a bit more careful, like with your defensive moves and stuff. So I would say that was my biggest difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other. I definitely enjoyed my time racing over in the UK, but I only raced Formula Ford and did, I think, 3 real full races. So I wouldn't say I have a massive judge. I've raced in the U.S. basically my entire racing career, go-karts and cars, and I've loved obviously every second of it. That's why we're still doing it. And can't get enough. I would agree though, in the UK there's a lot more argy-bargy. There's a lot more elbows out, and I think I enjoyed that for sure. You are also racing over there with a car with the American flag splattered across the side of it, so that's generally not a great look.
No, it could be worse though.
Yes, it definitely could be worse. You could have Canadian flag stick. But continuing, no, I do really enjoy racing over here. And there are a bit stricter, more or less, but it hasn't been really recently. And I think it's better the more they stay out of it and the more that you just let the drivers race.
Agreed.
What's the key to staying cool under pressure? I've struggled with this a lot in my career. Not even just in my career, but just in life. Definitely with a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. I think the number one thing is just not worrying about results and not worrying about, what we call B factors, which is stuff that you can't control. All you can do is show up as prepared as possible and make sure you get everything out of it, and not, if you worry about where you're gonna finish, or if you worry about, the result, whether it's in a test, in the workplace, on a racetrack, any sport, anything, it's just gonna take away from you performing. It's just taking away that percentage from you physically, from you mentally, from actually getting to that goal. Obviously, it's good to think about success and stuff like that, but you need to keep that away from when you're actually working hard to perform.
That was deep. For me, yeah, I stay cool all the time. So I actually kind of need to G myself up, if anything. So under pressure, I mean, when the guy's behind you, you kind of just stick to what you know you can do, and just try not to deviate from that too much. And yeah, I don't think I have any tips to stay cool under pressure. It's just who I am. But yeah, I mean, I just keep breathing. That helps.
Yeah, this is why he's my racing hero. But yeah, I would also say, like, agreeing with when we are just talking about specifically on the racetrack, when you have a car behind you that's chasing you down, the worst thing you can do is look in your mirrors all the time.
Yeah.
You just have to be head forward and know that if you keep doing what you're doing, it'll be enough to stay ahead.
Yeah, like even in that race there, I had one guy behind me for the last couple of laps, and it's like, if you're quick in certain areas and you're quick there, then they can't get you. So that's fine. So you just relax.
Just relax.
Just relax.
That's horrible advice. I mean, how do you stay relaxed? Oh, just relax. Like that's good.
There's no other secret.
I mean,
what 3 people do you want to have dinner with, dead or alive?
So I'd rather be alive.
Huh? If they were dead at the table, it might be a pretty boring conversation.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to stick to alive. We'll go with Ricardo. I think it'll be fun. I think the conversation will be interesting, and to see how he is, who he is. Who else would I go with? Bruno Mars. I think he'd be kind of funky. He could probably sing to me as well, which I kind of like. He could sing Treasure and fulfill all my fantasies.
Can I see the list?
One more person. Let's go. I'm a big Arsenal fan, so let's go Coach Arteta. I'd love to just chat about him with the club and how I think Arsenal could be better than what they are. With all my football knowledge.
Yes. Yeah. I would go with the music artist as well. I'd say Dominic Fike. I think he'd have a lot of very cool stories. He's lived quite the life. After watching his documentary, it's a lot to be inspired by. Another music artist, I would say Tyler, the Creator. Someone that I've definitely looked up to a lot in life. He's got a lot coming for him, and he definitely didn't when he was, brought into this world. So he does a lot of really, really impressive work. And I'd say Jim Clark, as a race car driver, he's something I've always looked up to.
He is dead though.
Well, hopefully, he is dead.
I know the question.
No, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We'll just bring no, I don't.
F and chat.
If we were to say someone alive, I'd say Ricardo too. I think he's awesome, and I've always followed Ricardo, and he's just the coolest guy on the grid.
He is the coolest guy.
He is the coolest guy on the grid.
Okay.
Last question. Would you agree that you are the best looking duo on the grid? I mean, I really don't think that you could question that. I'm really honest.
Close.
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely not. I won't name.
That was almost bad.
I would say easy top 2. Who's first or second though?
I mean, I did notice on my IG someone named Jonathan Browne would have messaged me asking why I was so attractive, and the eyes you're giving me right now are making me feel like it could be me. With the sunlight shining on your face right here, this is.
I don't know. I feel like we both different characteristics. If you're into slightly skinnier lads, Josh is your man. If you're into a bit more pizzazz and muscle, go for me.
I'm taller than you are.
Not in these shoes, you're not.
I still am.
No.
We can stand up.
I'm not standing up. I think, no, my accent's probably cooler than yours over here.
Yes, yeah. But when I go over there.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, no, it's actually a negative. It's actually more of a
People
negative
think if
than it is over here.
people hear you talk over there, they're like, oh.
I'm like this when I hear myself talk.
So I think I'm the more attractive then.
No, I'll give you. I mean, you were my racing hero.
No.
You're everything I look up
No.
to. I'm the sunlight.
What?
Nothing.
Thank you for all your questions. We look forward to doing more of these type of things. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube channel, Instagrams, and we'll update you with more cool content like this.
Yep, and we will have both the USF 2000 drivers here as well, hopefully next time.
Yeah.
So we'll do another thing at the beginning of every weekend. We'll send out asking for questions and send them on over.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.